Is with eBay because they were refusing to sell it to me because I had wanted for such a cheap price. And you can probably find these for around $250 to $350. Sometimes a lot of deals for like $300 for a set of two, so like $150 each, but you have to buy two. But it is a really great piece. It's one of my favorite ones. I carry it everywhere. You know, if it's for some reason it just fits nice. I like it. It's got the impact. You know, so if you want to use it as like a Kubotan, so you have the non-lethal side of it, and then it's very flashy. You know what I mean? Like you really can't. I can't say enough about this blade. It's completely badass. And in my case, you know, it's got the clip point, which a lot of blades don't have. I know this is partially fabricated, but it created this extra tip, and this thing is completely razor sharp. It'll go through a car door, ammo can, you name it. I've seen the hell test. And you know, originally it was a Tanto point, but they put the clip on it, and the clip point's part of like the blood groove start. So once you penetrate, it'll start automatically releasing the blood out, and that creates the wound, which it'll affect your self-defense a lot faster. But you know, something like this, it's pretty hardcore, and I wouldn't recommend getting one of these unless you are really proficient in handling knives and you understand, you know, what you're getting into, because this thing is razor sharp. This will take, you know, this will go through bone. You know, I've seen all the different you know, tests put through by Cold Steel and other people, and you know, these knives are completely badass. Like, why they quit making them at Cold Steel, I'll never understand that. But in my opinion, it's one of the greatest blades that I've ever owned, and so, you know, I like to carry it as often as I possibly can. It usually just goes in my left side pocket because it's easier to deploy if I need to on the left side, but I also like to carry it on the right side too. So it really depends on what kind of gear I'm carrying, and that'll decide which side, because like I said, for me, I practice right hand and I practice left hand with all my blades, so I'm proficient in both of them. You know what I mean? So I can open up any of my blades with either hand as fast as possible. And the Cold Steel triple action, I don't know, if you've never owned one, check it out. It's badass. Like, I can't say enough good things about this blade. So maybe I'll do a full review about this one later, and just kind of go over, you know, the history of it, because it's got a pretty cool history. But so anyway, part of the EDC, I like to switch out between other things. This here, it's just a little cheapo 35-cent blade, and I like to carry this when I wear jeans in my fifth pocket. It just fits nicely in that fifth pocket area, and it just kind of gives you a little extra, you know, option of self-defense. You know, you carry the lanyard on it, and the lanyard goes right in between here like this, and so you have a little mini karambit, and you know, you can effect some good, you know, self-defense basic tactics, and you can do some other you know, more complicated stuff. But for the most part, it's just an awesome blade. It really is. And so that I can't say enough about it. Okay, all right, so moving along, we have a little tactical flashlight, a little I don't know even what the heck they call this thing, but I actually got it for free on this free gear tester thing, and you know, it's got a bunch of different levels on it. You got the semi-bright, and then you got the strobe, and then you can kind of change the beam a little bit, and then you have the impact on top of the front here. You can see that, so you can use it for impacting if you need to, and it's got a nice pocket clip. I like to carry this on my left side, and then I have a pen baton. All right, so this pen baton, it's pretty small. I mean, I think it was about 11 or 12 inches or whatever, and it's really handy. I mean, if you needed to deploy something, and I like to carry it on my left side, it just pop out, bam, and then you're ready to go. And so it's been a really nice tool. It's not as heavy as people might think it is, and it's really, really sturdy. I was surprised at how sturdy it actually is. So this really made me happy when I got it, and I think I paid $9 for it about 5-6 months ago. And it took forever to get here because the shipping container got lost, or my item got lost in the shipping container somehow, and Anyway, it took forever to get here, but once it did, it was worth the wait, and so I'm really happy with that. So anyway, it's a little steel baton. It's about pen size, a little bit bigger than pen size, and it's got a pocket clip. This pocket clip kind of sucks, but it doesn't hold too hard against the quill of your pants, and so it makes for easy deployment, but it can fall off easily. So that's the only thing that I have to say about it, is this pocket clip sucks. I got to find a way to reinforce it. All right, so moving along, I got another flashlight, tactical style. I'll carry this sometimes depending on what's going on. You can see it's got a lot more of a rugged impact top, so if you bust them with that, it's gonna hurt pretty bad. But it's really cool. It's been a really effective flashlight, and it's I've carried it numerous amount of times. And then you can also take the top off and make it policy if your security company doesn't allow you to carry impact weapons that are not approved. Then in this case, you can take this off, and now you have now you're within policy with this flashlight. Or if you're out and about and you're on your own personal time, screw that bad boy back on, and you got yourself some extra self-defense. Okay, so that's what's cool about that flashlight. I like to carry a Zac tool. Okay, this is just for the handcuffs that I carry. All right, and I'll pull my handcuffs real quick. So being in security, you never know when you're gonna have to handcuff someone, and so I always carry my handcuffs with me. They're the hinge handcuffs. I've had these for a number of years, and I've had to slap the cuffs on a few people. It's just part of the job. It is what it is with that, and so I like to carry the tool, and these have been great handcuffs so far. No name brand, I just picked them up. I think it was like 20 bucks for them. I bought these like, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and the tool about 3 or 4 years ago, and they've both been with me the whole time. So part of my EDC, I like to carry this on my left side, and then with the Zac tool, depending on what I'm carrying that day, sometimes I'll put it inside of the Gerber sheath, or I'll put it inside the buck sheath, or I'll just clip it onto the side of my pocket in between the flashlight and the pen baton. So that works out really well. All right, and then mace. I like to carry a canister of mace, and for good reason. I mean, it's one of those things, like, you never know when you're gonna need it, and it's really effective. I used these before. They're effective about 3 to 4 feet away. You have a really good stream that you can nail someone with, and it will stop them. It burns pretty bad. So obviously anyone that carries mace knows what it's about. And I like to carry this. I don't carry it on my keychain so much. I like to keep it in my left pocket, and I also like it because it has a pocket clip, so I can carry that and grab it and deploy it. So if I know I'm going into a situation, especially, I'll pre-prep and I'll have it ready to go, so I can just pull it and grab and go. So that's what's cool about that. And then for some other carry items, talked about the fixed blades. Okay, if you haven't seen my SOG SILPUP review, go ahead and check that out on my channel right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, other than to say I like it because of the scout carry on the back here. So you can carry that, put it across your backside, and then you got the ability to scout carry and draw from the side. And it's a little bit more effective for me than the actual vertical carry, which is nothing wrong with vertical carry, but when you're carrying other systems with you, you want to have the open option, and it fits really nice on my back, and it doesn't hurt. If I'm sitting in the office chair, or I'm driving in the car, or doing whatever. Like, half the time I hardly notice it's there when I do carry it, and so that's what's cool about that. So check out the SOG SILPUP review that I have on my channel. Pretty cool stuff. All right, and then I got another fixed blade. Now the reason why I carry this one is just because it's just a nice fixed blade, and it's got a real sturdy sheath, and you got a bunch of different carry options that you can carry on it. You can lash it if you need to. It's got the MOLLE parts back here, and then it's just a basic. It's a United blade. There's nothing fancy about it. It's really heavy, and that's why I like it. It's got a lot of weight to it, and for the most part, it's pretty balanced. As you can see right there, it's pretty balanced. Like, if I wanted to throw it, I could throw it. It's easily manipulated as far as everything goes, and so it's been a good piece. I've had it for a number of years. I paid next to nothing for it, and you know, you can lash it through the holes right here. You can wrap cord around it. You can use this for a number of different things, for opening stuff and prying like nails out if you needed to. And then you got the lanyard hole as well, and it's just been an all-around sturdy piece for me, and so that's the reason why I've carried it for a number of years. And so I'll wear it as part of my EDC, depending on what's going on. You can see you got a really big belt loop hole right there, and then you can also design it to carry a scout carry, but it's a little bit more difficult to put it on there unless you have keepers. If you have belt keepers, then it works pretty well, which I've done a few times, but I don't know, I like the SOG Silpa better for scout carry. And then, you know, I got a couple of karambits. I wanted to do a karambit review, and these are just 3 of many. And so sometimes, depending on my mood, I'll carry these I believe they are Tac Force or M-Tex or something like that. They were very inexpensive. It was like, I don't know, 15 bucks for 2. And so, you know, you got both of them like that, and you can affect different kinds of you know, tactical gears. You can do them saber grip, you can do them ice pick grip, and if you really know what you're doing, you'll ruin someone's day with these. And practicing Salat and then combat karambit techniques and, you know, variations of Filipino Eskrima, I've gotten really good with karambits. That's the reason why I collected so many of them. And so I'll carry one on one side, one on the other side, and when I effectively deploy them, you know, it's just out and about and ready to go. And so you're gonna be able to effect some serious self-defense with these. And then I also sharpen them to the point where these are so sharp, like I could literally like cut my finger just barely gliding over the top, so you can really see the edge all the way across. And then the top, we got the needle point. You know, these things that dig into you, it's going to cut through, you know, flesh. So, very serious pieces. I've had these for, good God, I think about 5 years now, and I've carried them numerous times. They've been with me through some thick and thin. You know, you can use these if you're in like a fighting situation where you can use them as blunt objects. And then if you needed to deploy them, you can pop them out like that. And so they're really cool. I love them. You know, you can manipulate them in different ways. I can't say enough good things about these pocket karambits. There's variations of them. The Emerson Fox karambits are completely badass, but they're like 190 bucks for one blade, and that's a lot of money. So maybe sometime in the future, you know, maybe, but for right now, I'm happy that I paid 15 bucks for these 2, and they've been awesome, and I can't say enough good things about them. And then I also carry another fixed karambit, and you can see the loops or the holes right here that you can put your belt loop in. And so when I carry this one, I like to kind of actually carry it this way. I like to carry it downward vertical. And so when I carry this one, I'll carry it on my right side, and when it pops out like that, boom, okay? And then I can effectively get into it depending on what's going on. So I'll pull it down this side, and I'll pull it out, and bam, and you're ready to go. You're already out and about, okay? So that's what's cool about that. That's the reason why I carry it in the downward position. And you see the finger loop right there. So when you grab it, you tug it, it tugs on your belt, and you're already out, okay? You're out and about, your business ends out, you're ready to go, effectively getting it down. Carrying on the left side, really not too practical for me because you have to reverse grip on that one, which isn't bad, but in a situation of self-defense, you don't want to have a reverse grip starting out. So anyway, this is just one of many karambits. Like I said, I like to carry different fixed blades, different pocket knives, you know, stuff like that. And then also my keys. So I carry a Kubotan on my keys. You can see the little pointed in right there. You know, you can do different pressure points, go for the neck, you can go for the eyes, you can go for like the middle part of the nose. You know, you can hit it on top of someone's hand if they're grabbing you, you know, you can come across and bam, or whatever. So there's just a bunch of different options with that. And then also you can use it as like a fulcrum for hitting someone in the face with the keys like that. And so, you know, if you get whacked in the face with some keys, especially as many as I have to carry every day, you know. And then I carry an extra handcuff key just in case. And then, you know, there's I don't know, I mean, I'm not gonna get too much into the keys, but like I carry like a little mini flashlight. You can see the little blue light on there. Helps you to see in the dark if you you know, need a little extra light. Just extra redundant, you know, systems. But for the most part, it's a really great piece. It fits on there nicely. You can get different styles of Kubotans for like $1.50 on eBay. You're not gonna spend any money on those. And then one time I had a whistle on it, but I don't know. I think I ended up giving it to someone. It just wasn't a really cool, or it wasn't really loud. So, but I don't know, like, you know, keys are keys, but having this on there, it just adds a little extra layer of protection and option, and that's why I like to carry it. So I'd recommend getting a Kubotan on your key, and you should be good to go there. And then last but not least, my hat. So I carry the hat because it's got a lead line on the top here, and then it's on the inside of the bill too. So if I wanted to, I could take it off, I could bust someone right in the throat, okay? I could bust them in the nose, or I can take the hat and I can slam it like this, okay, and it's gonna hurt. Or if someone's coming at me with a knife, I can take the hat off and they come in to stab and I can grab it like this, disarm the knife, grab it, boom, whatever I gotta do, you know what I mean? So having a hat is invaluable in the self-defense field or security or whatever, because you can use it for a number of different reasons. Obviously, keeping the sun out of your eyes and looking tactical and professional in your uniform is always good too. But having one of these hats that are set up the way I have it set up, you know, because it didn't come this way. I actually put in the lining. So the lining goes inside of here, okay, and then you remove this part and then you put in the lid, so that makes it heavier right there. And then throughout the bill, you slice the top of the bill here, and then you just put a little bit of line of metal or lead or whatever you want to do, and then you sew it back in, and it's boom. It's really easy. So, you know, you hit someone on the face with one of these, pop like that, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna, you know, startle them, knock them back, whatever. Or like I said, you can use it for, you know, going on top of a knife. If a knife's coming in at you like that, you know, you can easily grab it and protect yourself from getting cut by the actual blade. So you'll protect this hand in a self-defense situation. So all in all, that's my EDC. Obviously there's different ranges, you know, that we can carry. You know, I did explain that I do carry conceal, and I'm not going to show, you know, my piece. I'm not trying to ever be demonetized or whatever, because there's a lot of politics on, you know, the social media stuff, and it's not that I'm afraid to do it. I just don't want to mess up what I got going on. And so, you know, I do conceal carry, and I recommend that if you do carry, that you do conceal carry for a number of reasons. One, you're not going to draw attention to yourself. Two, the element of surprise. And three, it's just, in my opinion, it's more responsible, because you're going to keep a mental, what's the word I'm looking for here? You're going to keep a mental jump on any self-defense situation, knowing that you have a piece on you. And so that's what I look at when I'm going through and I'm carrying items, is because, you know, I want to have that edge. That's what it is. It's a mental edge that you have on someone, knowing that you have a gun, but they don't.